Hello, my name is Ali, and welcome to my channel. We are back with Hakuoki Kyoto wins Nagakura's route. I'm hoping this episode will be the last episode. We'll see, but I really feel like it might be the end of Nagakura's route. Nagakura and I arrived at Osaka Castle on the cusp of dusk. Shinpachi, you bastard! You're safe. You had us so worried.
Yeah, but Jen's done.
What do you mean, done?
The Kyoto betrayed us and some scumbags shot him up. He took around 10 men with him.
Jen, I see. Kondo and Hijikata won't want to hear this.
Yeah, Chizuru and I buried him.
As Nagakura and Harada exchanged the tragic news, Saito suddenly joined their conversation. Glad to see you're safe, Yukimura. Nagakura and Inoue protected me. As I responded to him, he turned to face Nagakura, whose dejected face piqued Saito's curiosity.
Yeah, couldn't tell you much if I'm being honest.
Nagakura seemed hesitant to speak about the period in which he'd lost consciousness, so he glanced up at the castle to change the subject.
So, what's the word on defending the castle? Any updates from the front line?
Oh, about that. Harada looked away, followed soon after by Saito, and he brought his voice to a murmur. Huh? This gave me a bad feeling. Okay. One I was right about. Allegedly, once the Shinsengumi had gotten to the castle, the supreme commander, Lord Yoshinobu, had already fled to Edo aboard his ship. In my mind, such terrible leadership was unforgivable, but supposedly it was necessary. The Satsuma Choshu troops were seen marching under the banner of the gold brocade flag, which was a symbol reserved for the true imperial army. This meant the shogunate were marching against the imperial's official military body, which could label it as the enemy of the state. Lord Yoshinobu's discovery of this fact made continuing the war a less than palatable endeavor. To top it off, Katamori Matsudaira, the Kyoto military commissioner and superior of the Shinsengumi, had departed with Lord Yoshinobu. The evacuation of the shogunate's executive leadership was told to no one, a bitter move. As soon as news of this was brought public, the shogunate army's forces retreated to Edo like snow avalanching down a mountain. The Shinsengumi, for whatever it was worth, were the only soldiers remaining who held Osaka Castle. Hijikata was pressed to making a decision, and ultimately he was forced to retreat to Edo as well. When Nagakura learned all of this, he nearly blown a blood vessel from anger.
What the fuck? The Supreme Commander up and ditches his men? That's unheard of. Enemy of the state? Who cares? Osaka Castle has more than enough to stop them all. I always hated the Mito feudal lord. He's always kisses the Imperial's ass.
Oh, what am I doing? Wrong button. We'll go look that up. Mito domain, one of the three houses of the Tokugawa. The domain and their daimyo have had strong nationalist tendencies for generations. Jeez, I cannot talk tonight.
Hey, Hijikata, let's just do it on our own. We still got time.
Sorry, Shinpachi. The wheels are in motion.
Damn it!
Hijikata later became preoccupied with preparing the forces for their eventual move to Kyoto. Nagakura, on the other hand, couldn't shake this lingering funk, sulking and locking himself in. Slunking. Where did I get that from? No matter how much Harada, Saito, or myself called out for him, he'd stayed locked in his room. That's when the idea came to me. I scavenged the Osaka castle kitchen, scouring for food. I'm sure Nagakura would become hungry eventually. If he ate something, maybe he'd cheer up. Even if I had planned on cooking something, the kitchen seemed almost unusable. Despite this circumstance, I finally found a batch of roasted rice, stashed away for emergencies. With hot water, I found a way to soften the rice, and I took it to Nagakura. I went to the back corridor of Osaka Castle, and I found Nagakura alone in the hallway. He was sitting alone, and he was gazing into the starry sky above. I was surprised to see he'd left his room. Run! This alone brought me a sense of joy to see. Nagakura, would you like to eat? It isn't much, but I made something for you. I'd handed the bowl to him, but Nagakura chuckled darkly, and he sighed before answering in a low voice.
Oh, food, huh? Thanks, but I don't really have an appetite. Did you eat?
I'll eat later.
Can you eat this for me? I'm starting to think I don't get hungry because my body's going through some changes.
Oh no. Is Nagakura beginning to realize? Does he remember what's happened to him? What should I do? No matter how much I'd tried to avoid it, I knew I couldn't hide it for much longer. This much, at least, I was sure of.
Heisuke told me that he could eat normal food too.
Nagakura, As I stumbled through my attempt to lie, Nagakura took the initiative and spoke aloud kindly.
Yeah, I think I remember. I got shot, I fell down, then I drank the serum. So I'm a Fury now, eh? It's all kind of fuzzy, but I remember Jen saying...
Nagakura remembered everything. As I tried to replay this moment in my head, I recalled how useless I'd felt, and my body shook while the tears dripped down my cheeks. Nagakura, I'm so sorry. All I could do was just watch. I couldn't stop Inoue. I'm so sorry. I needed something to hold on to, so I'd grabbed onto Nagakura's sleeves tightly and hung my head. His large, gentle hand kindly patted the top of my head comfortingly. Eventually he began to speak warmly as I had continued to hold his arms.
Told you, didn't I? It's all a blur to me. He told me to protect you, and not to die yet. That only I could protect you. So I made the promise to him, didn't I? That's why Jen made me drink it. I think he also told me that I'd probably hate him for it, but I couldn't hate him for that.
Nagakura, I looked at him with puffy, sore eyes, but Nagakura smiled back at me all the same. CG!
Don't cry, Chizuru. I gave my word, and that I'd keep you safe. Jen made me promise that. I couldn't hate him. If anything, I thank him. Besides, no matter what happens between us, you're the one who said we can figure it out as long as you're alive.
Then Nagakura gave his usual bouncy laugh.
Well, the fact that I'm a Fury now can't be helped. Gotta figure it all out as I go. Anyways, as soon as we get to Edo, we'll start fresh. It's a pleasure, Chizuru.
Aww. Okay. As the moonlight shone brightly in the sky, Nagakura gave me a smile to match. His warmth and kindness were contagious, and I nodded firmly as thoughts of him gave me strength. We've only just begun. Fade away. I'm guessing credits are going to be coming? Yep, I'll be back. January 1868. The Battle of Toba Fushimi ended with the Satsuma and Choshu victorious. As the shogunate troops retreated, the Shinsengumi headed towards Edo. 4 years ago, I came to Kyoto all by myself in search of my father and met the Shinsengumi. I am going to leave the city of Kyoto, where I've made fond memories with the Shinsengumi. During battle, he was drawn into a fate he did not wish for, and I have chosen to walk alongside him. We are going to head to Edo. Without knowing what fate awaits us. I think that's at the end of every single route, I believe. Fin! Wow, that is over. So we are halfway done with Hakuoki Kyotoins. So I hope you are enjoying. I really did like his route, I will say. I liked his route a lot. Him and Harada are my top two right now. Anyway, oh wow, Nagakura's route cleared. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!